Hello Virgo, and welcome to the Green Woman Tarot. This is your weekly reading for the first week of November 2020. So that's from the 2nd to the 8th of November. And it's a general reading just to see what sort of energies are around you at this time, to see what's on the cards for you. But before we delve into the tarot reading, I need to consult the oracle, and I'm using the Rhyme and Reason cards from the Wychwood oracle to draw a couple of cards for you just to start your reading off with. So let's see what words of wisdom the mysterious oracle has for Virgo for the first week of November 2020. What messages are here for Virgo for the first week of November? Oh, you've got the coach. What does Virgo need to know? So I'll just draw another card for you. Let's take this one. And this is the Bull. So you've got the coach, a card of travel. What fate or fortune, foe or friend, awaits you at your journey's end? So a bit of a journey there for you, Virgo. And then you've got the Bull, a card of diplomacy. You never know quite when to stop. Some truths are told and some best not. So it's approaching a situation with some tact, not like a bull in a china shop. That's why they have the bull for that card. So there you have it, needing to tread carefully, tread gently with diplomacy and a bit of movement, whether it's a physical journey or a more metaphorical one. We'll see. Let's delve into the tarot now and see where the rest of the reading goes. So what's on the cards for Virgo for the first week of November 2020? What messages are here for Virgo for the first week of November? What does Virgo need to know at this time? So I will draw a couple of cards for you, 4 cards. The first card being you, where you are. The second card depicting your challenges at this time. Then the third card shows your guidance from spirit, and then the final card reveals your possible outcome. And beneath this I'm putting a row of underlining cards to act as clarification. So you have the Tower with the 4 of Cups, oh goodness, and then the 10 of Cups beneath the 10 of Needles or Swords, and you have the Queen of Matches beneath the Moon, matches being wands, and the Knight of Buttons beneath the World. Lovely. And buttons, of course, being coins in this deck. This is the 5-cent tarot with its lovely Victorian feel. At the bottom of the deck, you've got the 6 of Cups, which is nice. Returning to, returning to who you once were. That innocent and playful part of you that was once more prominent, especially for those of you who have happy childhood memories. So it's about reminiscing, it's about nostalgia, and perhaps that's where you're going back to a time when things were simple, sweet and innocent. But here you are now, the 4 of Cups. Oh yeah, this denotes, thinking about things, contemplation, and it could be, well, thinking back to when things were better, wanting to go back. And this time of inner reflection may well be profitable in some ways, but you have to be aware that you might become moody with it. It's a sort of a time of looking within and perhaps becoming too withdrawn in that contemplation, perhaps becoming dissatisfied with where you are because of that. And underlining this is the Tower, a moment of upheaval. This could well, if it's linking it with the Four of Cups, it gives me a sense of, through inner reflection, a moment of epiphany that is very disruptive, that once that has you breaking down what you've built up, tearing down something that you have regarded as stable, secure, steady, well-founded, but now it's being stripped away to reveal that its foundation was not as solid as believed. So it's a very disruptive and catastrophic sort of moment of epiphany, something that really breaks things down. But the good thing of that sort of energy is that it sweeps away what's no longer needed, what's not serving you, and it leaves you with a clean, fresh start. Whether you're able to embrace that or not is another matter, because here you have as your challenge worry. So you're going from contemplation, perhaps feeling a bit dissatisfied, to a moment of epiphany, and that is entailed in the end of something, wanting to bring something to the end in a perhaps violent and abrupt manner. So, linking these two is quite like a big change, a big ending, and a difficult one at that. So coping with that finality is a challenge for you. Because what you're really wanting underneath, and what perhaps for many of you what you thought you had, was a loving, secure, blissful environment where you were in harmony with those around you, where you were in harmony with your environment, where you felt secure, loved and safe. And that's been stripped away now, leaving you feeling perhaps depleted, defeated. But, there's positives to the 10 of Needles or Swords. Because of the finality of the ending, it gives way for a new beginning. This card isn't, these aren't the usual Rider-Waite pictures, but it usually depicts a new dawn emerging at the end of a battle. So there's this ending that is a challenge for you. Your advice from Spirit, trying to re-put this, the Queen of Matches, the Queen of Wands is about inspiration, energy, fun, with a sense of fun, but also courage. She is the warrior queen. It's about rising up again to fight, rising up again with inspired passion and enthusiasm, and ready to face what's the front face what's ahead of you with that charismatic sense of energy and courage. You're also warned that times may be uncertain, and whether this ending and epiphany has been self-created through your own decisions through your own thinking, or whether it's an outside energy that's caused this, or an outside event, force that's caused it. It's brought about a time of uncertainty, but with the moon there's that path ahead. It's sort of facing the unknown with courage, with inspiration. So, sort of your advice, Rose, sort of says, yes, there's uncertain times ahead of you, but the attitude with which you embark on that path or face those times is whether it's going to be pleasurable, it's sort of like an exciting adventure, or just a scary, journey ahead. Oh, there's your journey, yes. Card of travel. And, the moon also suggests that going with your intuition, perhaps that's what's brought you here. Intuitively knowing deep within that where you were not happy and it needed to end. So you're moving through uncharted waters, through uncertain times, and it may be a bit frightening, but you have the energy of the Queen of Matches with her sunlight, her, that's the sunflower depicting that sense of joy, that sense of courage and adventure, and embarking on it with a positive attitude. And if you're able to do that, it brings you through to attainment. The world is about reaching the end of a phase with a sense of achievement, with a sense of attainment, with a sense of victory, and then stepping into a new phase with a sense of positivity, a sense of adventure, and a sense of completion behind you. And you've got the Knight of Buttons beneath that, suggesting, for some of you it may be a new role, a new phase, a new job offer. But on a more general note, it's sort of having a plan, getting back on your horse. And, this is a plan which is carefully thought out, which is sensibly and faithfully adhered to. It's something that may take a long time to bring to fruition, to develop, but it's certainly like something that can bring you back to a sense of stability, a sense of security, and enable you to build something up and attainment. It's sort of, again, beneath the world, which is about attainment. So, you may be facing a sudden end, having purposely or torn something down, or having had that happen around you. It's brought you to a point where you can, with courage, positive attitude and a sense of adventure, begin to move towards this completion, this attainment, stepping through into a new phase and getting back on the horse, getting back on track. So, the card of travel shows that you're transitioning, you're moving through a change and an ending. And for some of you, you may literally be moving house. I don't know, but I don't think all Virgos in the world are going to be moving house in this first week of November. So it's a general reading. So yes, it's sort of like you're going to be moving forward from this ending. And the bull sits so nicely here, right at the beginning of your reading, sort of showing that this tearing down, this stripping away of something that has proven to be unstable or not as it seemed, perhaps that is a clumsy act initially, and it may well be that you need to, if you're able to rein in on your determination and cause as little havoc as possible. So there you have it, Virgo. An interesting journey for you this week. I hope you enjoyed your reading and that it resonates with you, and if so, please remember to hit the like, share and subscribe buttons, and then have yourself a good week, and God bless you till we meet again.